Morning, everybody. I just wanted to talk briefly, testing out this webcam on this computer, make sure it's working right. One thing I wanted to speak about today through my prayers was recently I've heard a lot, I've seen a lot of people in the churches, especially it's Palm Sunday, and they come out of church and they get into their expensive cars and whatnot and dressed in all their finery. And just a reminder that to try to live as much as like Jesus as possible, to start moving towards that, to start to lessen yourself, to give up things. And I've spoken about this on my blog before, starting with just changing the way you think, your buying habits of thinking before you buy something, asking yourself, do I need this or do I want this? And slowly change your mindset and ask him to transform you into the mindset of one of need versus one of want. Because God and everything about God is need-based. The devil is want-based. God promised to give us all that we need in this world. He never promised, never said that he would give us all that we want. We can ask, but then we need to leave it up to him and say, Lord, I'd like to have this. If it's okay with you, if it's not going to affect my relationship with you or change me negatively in any way, shape, or form, then I'd like to have this. But if not, then help me to accept the answer no. And this is where people get so turned off to God because they're spoiled, they're selfish. God, he's not answering me. Well, I never get an answer from him. Well, because you're looking for the yes answer only. And there could be lots of answers. It could be no, straight out no, with no explanation. It could be no, reasons why no. There's a whole wide range of possible answers besides the one you're looking for. So you gotta look for be open to all answers and accept them. Now, someone mentioned to me in reply to that comment I made to them that, well, I know lots of people that are wealthy, that drive expensive cars, nice houses, and they give a lot of money to the poor, and they give a lot to charity, and they're good people. Well, that's all well and good. But remember what happened with Jesus. When the rich man came up to him, oh Lord, I give to the poor, I tithe my percent, and I help give money to the church. What else must I do to enter the kingdom of heaven? And the Lord just looked right him in the eyes and said, go home, sell all that you own, and give it to the poor, then follow me. And the guy was just like, what? What? Well, I can't do that. I can't do that. And that's hard to do. I mean, it was hard for me to do it one time. But now that I've done it, and given away 99% of my stuff I own and possess, and given it to the poor, I don't miss a single thing. I don't want any more. But a little bit I have, I'm trying to get rid of more, a little bit by bit. Don't need it. He takes care of all my needs, just like he said. Somebody wants to argue, well, yes, it does say he can give us what we want because it says he will give us the desires of our heart. Well, like anything in the Bible and everything in the Bible, everything Jesus said, there's a physical world, physical perspective, physical eyesight, perception, view, answer, and then there's the spiritual. God is spirit. That's why he said they have eyes but not see, ears but they do not hear. Those are for the people who see things in the physical. And that see that comment, desires of the heart, as, oh, anything I want, he will give me it to me. And a lot of religions, a lot of people standing on top of the pulpit, on the TVs and the books, feed right into that. They enable you. They enable them. That's the surface. Jesus said later, let them with eyes see, let them with ears hear. He's inviting you to come and seek to see the deeper meaning. Below the surface, the spirit, desires of the heart means God dwells in your heart. The peace of God is in your heart inside each of us. That's where the soul dwells. Not the physical heart, but the sacred heart, the spiritual heart. And he knows the desires of that heart. That's what he's going to give you. You're not even conscious of them. Very rarely are you conscious of them. Ask to know what they are. Ask for discernment of that. of your own self. He'll give you the desires of your heart, of your spirit, not of the flesh. He says desires of the flesh, of carnal world, are wrong. To avoid desires of the flesh. And the flesh doesn't mean, like again, duplicate meaning. People see that's flesh meaning, oh, sex, lust. No. Flesh versus heart, spirit. Flesh is of the life of this world. Desires of the flesh is desires of this world. Anything of this world you desire is of the flesh. He did not say, I will give you the desires of the heart, of the flesh. He does not want that at all. He does not want us to seek that at all, but to seek the desires of the heart, to seek Him. Seek and you shall find is to seek Him and everything about Him and everything from Him, not seek the things of this world. Ask and you shall receive. Ask for everything of Him or from Him, not of this world. I want a new car. I want a bigger house. I want a new job. I want to make more money. I want to be famous. No. All spirit. Got to look at things from a spiritual perspective, from His perspective. That's why you ask for discernment of His wisdom and knowledge, not for your wisdom and knowledge, not man's wisdom and knowledge. That's where Solomon got wrong. He got it wrong and he knew it in the end. That's why he wrote Ecclesiastes. It was all about, read it. It's all about saying what a fool I was. What an idiot I was, chasing after the wind. No? Desires of the heart. And when you get to the end, you will knock, and that door will be open for you to enter into the gates of heaven, into the light forever. That's what that stuff means. And there's an even deeper meaning, which I haven't gotten to yet. So, focus, ask for discernment of His wisdom and knowledge. And I did that wrong too. I remember I bought a condo in Las Vegas. Had all this nice stuff, decorated out to the max, arts, you name it. And no sooner did that, and he started saying, sell all you own, give it to the poor, and follow me. And I was like that guy, like, what? What? No way I was going to do that. I was not ready. He let me go. Then it reached the time, he said, okay, now I want you to retire. I did that. I was scared, like, what am I going to do? He took care of me. I didn't think I was going to be able to collect retirement for 10 years. Lo and behold, surprise to me, to everybody, I collected a month later after I checked on it. So I retired. He said, sell everything you own, give it to the poor. How am I going to do that? I did. He said bit by bit. That's exactly what I did. And it got easier and easier and easier. I felt more and more liberated. I don't miss it. I don't want it. I don't want nothing from anybody. I don't want any more. I don't want any more clothes. I don't want any more this or that. Nothing. Don't need it. I got more than I need now. Of the little bit that I have. Don't want it. Kitchen stuff. I got something for your kitchen. People got collections of glasses and cups. I had two as well. I was like, all I need is one cup, one glass. And how often do we need a glass? We just don't drink out of the bottle. One cup, one glass, one plate. If you have a family, you're going to entertain, well, keep a little bit more. But how much extra stuff do we have that we don't need? So I told people before, if no matter where you have it, in storage or in your home, or out visible, if you haven't noticed it, you haven't used it, you haven't thought about it in a year, you don't need it to live. It's not a need. Get rid of it. And I promise you, He will transform you. Like He says, let me transform the way you think. Let me transform you. We're the clay. He's the potter. I promise you, once you get rid of all the things that you don't really need, don't even think about, then you'll start to think, well, do I really need this? Why do I really need this? And you'll be getting rid of more. And you'd be amazed how easy it is, how foolish it was. So like I did like Solomon said, give me wisdom, Lord. Grant me wisdom and knowledge. And I was learning very slowly. But then my daughter's spirit told me, no, Papa, you asked the wrong question. Ask for wisdom or discernment of His wisdom and knowledge. In other words, see things from His mind, His perspective. So I started praying on that. Short time after, poof, it's like a head rush. It's like breaking through the sound barrier for the first time. Suddenly, whew, My God, my mind just took off. And that's when I started to see the deeper hidden messages in the Bible that I share on my blog. I couldn't get to see those before. I just saw what everybody else saw. And occasionally I'd get a second meaning of something that's, well known that I had trouble with. But now it's like, I can open up the Bible, any 2 pages, when I share on my blog. Help me to see the message in there, Lord. There it is. Shows it to me. Sometimes they're more cryptic, more broken up, versus my rhythm and rhyme messages, which flow, but they're usually multi-topical. They can change from sentence to sentence. I try to arrange the sentences, the words, so it makes some kind of sense, but I don't change. All those words in there are from the Bible, from those pages in the Bible. Well, let me say correct. I might add an article, a the, of, just for flow and continuity. And that's it. So I just want to touch on that. I kind of digressed a little bit, as I usually do. But flesh. Flesh means of this world. Desires of the flesh, sins of the flesh, desires of this world of life, sins of this world and this life. Jesus freed us of that. He freed us from being slaves of that. If you become slave to it again, that's your choice. It's always free will. Free will is interwoven throughout everything. God never forces anything on you. He presents things to you, but ultimately it's still your choice. Going to heaven and hell is ultimately your choice. Does that mean, okay, I choose to go to heaven, ta-da, you're gone? No. That means you got to work at it. I choose to work at it. Just like I choose to proceed to go to college. Okay, you got to work at it. You make that choice. And keep him foremost in your thoughts, foremost in your priorities, and dedicate everything to him. Thank him for everything. He loves a penitent heart, loves a gracious heart. Praise his name, thank him, and he will help you through it. Just ask, I want what you want, Lord. I ask what you want. And help me to accept what you do not want from me. And your life will be easier. It will be easier. Trust me, without a doubt. With that, I'll post this, hopefully where everybody can see it. And if I don't speak again for Easter, everybody have a blessed, blessed, blessed Easter week. Know this, that Jesus is in Jerusalem, like he has been for the last 3 Easter, Passover seasons. He returns there. He is in this world. But I'll talk about that another time. But again, ask for discernment of his wisdom and knowledge, to see things from his perspective, to see the deeper meanings, not the carnal, not the earthly, not the man, human perspective, but his. God is spirit. God is spirit. But he understands what it's like to be a man, which is one of the reasons Jesus was here. So he knows, he understands. He understands. But you got to work. You got to do your part. And ask his help. He's just standing off to the side, waiting, always by your side. He's always by your side. Remember that. Just got to call out his name. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jesus. And to live by faith, which is seeing, knowing what is unseen and unheard, not what's visible. Don't be a flat earther. Only see what's before your face. Don't be that way. Believe. Believe. God bless.